الله الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور الذي خلق 7 سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور ثم ارجع البصر كرتين ينقلب إليك البصر خاسئا وهو حسير وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله حقا وأن محمدا عبده ورسوله صدقا اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل بدعة ضلالة. Brothers and sisters, we are in a time of fast pace where everything reaches us very quickly. Whether it's food, whether it's goods, whether it's information, everything reaches at fast speeds. So we can sit at home and large amounts of information reach us within moments. Thus, knowledge, lecture after lecture, halaqah after halaqah, khutbah after khutbah, conference after conference, speaker after speaker, speakers and shuyukh come from abroad to remind us and teach us and so on. Yet action is little. Yet action is little. Social media is filled with reminders. So someone can be on Facebook, scroll down their news feed and come across the whole of Sahih al-Bukhari and every translation of the verse just from Facebook, and reminder after reminder just from Twitter. Yet that suggests what? The action and piety and good action should be at a higher level, because there's so much knowledge coming to us, so many reminders reaching us. If somebody wants to listen to a reminder, we log on to YouTube and we listen to whoever we want on any topic we want. What does this mean? Actions should be higher. Action should be better. Have things got better or worse? Without doubt. From the time of the Prophet ﷺ, things have gone downhill and downhill and downhill. And there is a key reason for this. There's a key reason for this. And this is that the hearts are not sound enough and are not ready enough to take knowledge and implement it. Otherwise, knowledge is available. Reminders are available. Are we lacking reminders? Are we lacking halaqas? Are we lacking khutbahs? This khutbah is now being recorded. Every khutbah is being recorded. Reminder after reminder. We're not lacking in reminders. What is it that's lacking? What's lacking is the sound heart to take those reminders in. The strong heart to take those reminders in and then act upon it. That's what's missing. There's a big problem that many of us fall into, and that is that we treat lectures and reminders as short-term doses of pleasure. Short-term doses of pleasure. So we listen to the reminder and we're happy about that reminder. MashaAllah, very nice reminder, very good reminder, beautiful hadith, beautiful ayah and so on. But how quickly does that disappear from our hearts completely? Very quickly. Someone can stand and remind us about the virtue of reciting the Quran, or the virtue and the importance of standing in the night prayer. So we listen when we're in the gathering and we're silent and we take in the information and we're happy and we're motivated and we say, Wallahi, I will recite the Quran forever and I will stand up in the night prayer and so on. And maybe I do that for 1 day or 2 days or 3 days and then very quickly it stops. Very quickly it stops. Why? Because the hearts, if they are sound and strong, very easily will they be able to implement action. Very easily. This is why Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma, the Prophet ﷺ said about him, نِعْمَ الرَّجُلُ عَبْدُ اللَّهِ. How excellent a man Abdullah is. Abdullah is an excellent man. لَوْ كَانَ يَقُومُ اللَّيْلِ. If only he would stand the night prayer. If only he would stand the night prayer. So when Ibn Umar was told about this, the Prophet ﷺ saying this about him, he said, from that day, I never left Qiyamul Layl again. At all. From that day. One word, he never left Qiyamul Layl ever again. Because the heart was strong. His heart was strong, full of iman, clean and pure and free from attachment to this dunya, and free from attachment to desires, and free from attachment to sin. And therefore, as soon as that reached him, he could act, and never did he leave it again. Muhammad ibn Ismail al-Bukhari, the famous Imam of Hadith, Al-Imam al-Bukhari, says, the day I knew backbiting, ghiba, was haram, I never did it again. The day I knew it was haram, I never did it again. Soon as he found that it was haram, didn't do it again. Whereas we are in need of reminder after reminder after reminder after reminder, and someone to put a sword to our throats before we act upon a good deed, or we leave off a bad deed. There is no doubt that it's not the knowledge that's the problem. The knowledge they had is the knowledge we have. The reminders they had is the reminders we have. The khutbahs they had is the khutbahs we have. The issue is the vessels that are taking in this knowledge. And in the famous hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, أَلَا وَإِنَّ فِي الْجَسَدِ مُضْغَةً. There is a vessel in the body. إِذَا صَلَحَتْ صَلَحَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. If it is sound, if it is fixed, the whole body will be fixed. وَإِذَا فَسَدَتْ فَسَدَ الْجَسَدُ كُلُّهُ. And if it is ruined, if this vessel that's in the body, this thing, this morsel of flesh that's in the body, if it is ruined, the whole body will be ruined. أَلَا وَهِيَ الْقَلْبِ. Truly it is the heart. The heart. If the heart is fixed and the heart is strong, all actions will be strong. All actions will be sound. Who here does not understand, does not know a hadith or a verse which encourages us or obligates us even to control our anger? Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Yet the majority of us don't control their anger. Who does not know of a hadith or a verse from the Quran which encourages us to not attach ourselves to money and the dunya so in an extreme manner? All of us know. Yet the majority of us are attached to the dunya. Attached to the dunya in an extreme manner. We will give up anything for the sake of this dunya. Why? Because the hearts. There's no good just going into the ears. This is our biggest problem. That we listen and we listen and we listen, but the effect is little. The effect is little. And so we need to realize which approach to take if we want to be better Muslims. Someone who is sincere, and everyone here inshallah is sincere. We want to be better Muslims. We want to come closer to Allah. We want to be closer in resemblance to the Prophet ﷺ and the companions and the tabi'een radiyallahu anhum ajma'een. We all want that. And we know for sure that doing so is better for us in this dunya. Leave alone the akhirah. This dunya is better for us, wallah. Following the commands of Allah and the guidance of Allah, we will be happier in this dunya and more guided in this dunya and free from confusion and free from worry. So it's beneficial for us in the dunya. So who doesn't want it? All of us want it. And I'm sure all of us have tried and tried and tried, but something is lacking. Something is lacking. And that is none other than the soundness of the hearts. The soundness of the hearts. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه كان غفارا. الحمد لله وحده وصلى الله وسلم على من لا نبي بعده وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن اهتدى بهديه إلى يوم الدين سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, there are several things that have resulted in the poisoning and the weakening of our hearts. And two things we will mention, and I hope we can take away and make that our focus. Make that our focus in Ramadan. This is an opportunity for ourselves to be better. This is a chance for Allah. If it goes, we'll have lost huge amounts of good. And it will be nothing but regret. Because it's no good, like we've said, constantly talking about the importance of reciting the Quran, the importance of dhikr, the importance of salah, if we are not taking it in. This is not listening to a song or watching a movie or playing sports, which gives us short-term pleasure. Short-term pleasure. Okay, I've listened to the lecture, I'm happy now, I feel higher in Iman, and that's it. And we go and left at that. Reminders are very important, and reminders are obligatory. وَذَكِّرْ فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَى تَنْفَعُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. And remind, because the reminders benefit the believers. So I'm not belittling from reminders, and I'm not belittling from lectures and classes. And look at the number of people who have been guided due to reminders, and due to lectures, and due to conferences and classes. However, what is more important is being ready to take and implementing those reminders. That's more important. Implementing those reminders are more important. The first and most important thing, which is slowing down our progress. Why is it that we want to recite Quran, but the moment Ramadan finishes, downhill, and we stop and we slow down and we slow down till we stop? Why is it that we want to fast after Ramadan, but as soon as the days start passing by, we stop immediately? The key thing that ruins the hearts is committing sin. Committing sin ruins the hearts, destroys the hearts, poisons the hearts, weakens the hearts, makes the hearts unready to act, unready to take in knowledge, unready to act upon knowledge. This is what ruins the hearts. Committing sin. And this is why you find a brother or a sister will try their best to be consistent upon fasting, or consistent upon reciting the Quran, or consistent upon controlling their anger, or consistent upon good manners. But very quickly that consistency goes. We're not talking about short-term action. We can all stand up in the night once. We can all stand up in the night twice. We can all recite the Quran once or twice. That's not what matters. What matters is the consistency. We continue doing it continuously. Like we said in the hadith of Ibn Umar, I did not leave Qiyam al-Layl since I heard that again. At all. I learned it, that's it. Learned, and it will stay with me forever. Bi-idhnillah. And this is what's required. The hearts are slowing us down. Some of these scholars of Tarbiyah and Tazkiyah give us the example of a bird. And listen carefully to this example. Otherwise, we can continue crying over ourselves that we are not improving and we're not changing, and no change will come about. And crying is easy. And complaining is easy. And feeling sorry for ourselves is easy. Feeling sorry for ourselves is easy. To say, oh, I'm such a bad person, I'm in such a terrible situation, look at me, everyone is good, and that's easy. I can do that, you can do that. That's not what matters. What matters is, how do we fix the problem? So listen to this example of the bird. They say, if we attach a bird to 100 strings, so a bird is attached to the ground with 100 strings. If we cut 10 of those strings, will the bird fly? No. If we cut 50 of those strings, will the bird fly? No. If we cut off 90 of those strings and only 10 of the strings remain attached to the bird, will it fly? No. If we attach it to only one and we cut off all 99 strings, it's not attached anymore, except to one string. Will it fly? No. The bird will not fly unless it is completely free from every single string. Every single string that's attached, when it's cut off, the final one, then the bird can fly. Then the bird can fly. This example is the exact same example as us and committing sin. The sins are the strings that are attaching us to the ground. And we want to go far, and we make dua, and we try, but the strings of sin, committing sin, are holding us back and holding us down. So we will push slowly, and move, and get closer, then we fall again. And we get closer, and we fall again. And we start doing good deeds, slowly, bit by bit, then we fall. And we can't be consistent upon it. Because we are attached to strings. The moment every single string is cut off, then wallahi we will fly. We will fly towards Allah. And any good deed we see, we'll do. If we see goodness, we'll act upon it. If we see righteousness, we'll do it. And we'll be consistent upon it. When Ramadan comes and the Iman increases very highly, it will stay high. And even if it goes down, it will go down a little bit. It won't drop right to the ground. It won't drop right to the ground. I hope this example is understood and taken away. These sins are slowing us down. Brothers and sisters, none of us want to be slowed down. We all want to have strong hearts, pure hearts. But we follow Allah's commands and keep away from His prohibitions. Who here wants to be drowning in desires, where they can't control their desires? Who wants that? Who wants to be drowning in attachment to the dunya? The moment a small problem occurs, he turns the world upside down. Who wants that? Over small matters of this dunya. Don't we want to be relaxed and happy and content with ourselves and full of iman and full of guidance and clarity, especially in this time of confusion. This time of confusion, this time of everyone speaking, this time of opinions, this time of everyone shouting from here and there, things can become confusing very easily. This is the most important time for us to be upon a straight path, consistently and firmly and strongly. We need this more than ever. We need this more than ever. However, we have to work on cutting off the strings. And from the most common strings, sins that are attaching us, is looking at haram. Every look ruins the heart, poisons the heart. And the Prophet ﷺ says, تُعْرَضُ الْفِتَنْ عَلَى الْقُلُوبِ كَعَضِّ الْحَصِيدِ عُودًا عُودًا. The fitan, desires, trials are displayed in front of the hearts in rows. Any heart which accepts these desires. So, if we give a practical example, that desire is going to be music, women, this, money, anger, respect, and so on. They're displayed in front of us. If I say yes, okay, let's look, let's listen, let's say the haram, let's backbite, let's swear, let's get angry, and so on, a black dot is placed in the heart. What does this black dot mean? It means it's weakening the heart. Each sin we commit weakens the heart. It weakens the heart quickly and ruins the heart. And if we say no, I won't look, and I won't hear, and I won't say, a white dot is placed, which means it's strengthening the heart. The heart becomes stronger. Then the Prophet ﷺ says, until the hearts become of two types. One, black and dark, doesn't know good from evil. May Allah protect us. A heart that doesn't know the difference between good and evil. And the second type of heart is a heart that's pure and sound. No fitna, no trial will harm it until, so long as the heavens and the earths are in place. Nothing will harm it. Nothing will harm this heart that's strong. This is what we need to aim for. And we can all, wallahi, reach such a level. It's from the filthy traps of shaitan that he's made us think that they were before us. The people of piety were before. Now we're all weak, now we're all evil, now we're full of sin, now it's too difficult. There are people in our time whose hearts are stronger and sounder than those who came before us. And this is true. And so each of us can reach that. There are certain stages that can't be reached, the levels of the companions, the levels of the prophets. But below that, high levels of piety, high levels of iman can be reached by us all. But it requires effort, and it requires training. And this is the other point that is slowing us down. That we believe that we cannot change, we cannot improve. Some of us think, no, the shaitan is too strong. My desire is too strong. I've tried to give up looking at haram, or I have tried to give up backbiting, or I have tried to give up attachment to this dunya, but it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 20 years, and it hasn't worked. Because we rush. We rush. We want to make dhikr one day and we think we will change and become awliya of ar-Rahman. It won't happen like that. It requires effort and it requires training, it requires battling. One of the tabi'een, or one of the scholars of the Salaf, I don't recall who it was exactly, he says, I struggled with Qiyamul Layl for 20 years. Then the second 20 years was the best time of my life. Struggled with Qiyamul Layl for 20 years. 20 years, and he's standing in the night, struggling, and it's difficult, and it's heavy, and he's tired. 20 years. Then the second 20 years, he says, was the best time of my life. But how long did it take for that to happen? 20 years. Not 1 week, not one khutbah, not one reminder, not one halaqah. 20 years. And it doesn't require 20 years for everyone. 20 years is an example only. 20 years is an example, or 10 years, as in another narration, is an example only. But the point is, it requires continuous effort. Not 1 day or 2 days. Continuous effort. Okay, I tried to stop a sin, but I failed. Astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh wa yatubu Allahu ala man tab, and I'm going to return again and try again. I failed again, I'll try again. I failed again, I'll try again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if our sins reach the heavens, fill the heavens and the earth, then we come to Allah and ask for His repentance, He'll forgive us. A good deed is multiplied by 10, and a bad deed is multiplied by 1 only. So how much do you have to do from sin for them to reach the width and length of the skies? You have to be doing some crazy things, and still Allah forgives them. So what about the majority of people who probably have not reached that much in sin? So we need to return to Allah and not be tricked by the shaitan in thinking that we are too weak, we cannot change, I'm too bad, it's too late for me, I've tried and I failed. No, wallahi, it will come. It will come, Allah, so long as we do not rush. So long as we don't rush and give up easy and stop as soon as we start trying. Ramadan is over and we say to ourselves, I'm going to try and do X, Y, Z. If we then fail, we say, oh, I've tried Ramadan all the time, it doesn't work. That's it. It's not for me. It's not for me. I've tried and it doesn't work. No. That's exactly what the shaitan wants. That's exactly what the shaitan wants. If we continue returning and returning and trying and trying and trying until we die, wallahi, we are successful. Wallahi, we are successful. That's enough of a success. Trying is enough of a success. And enough of a victory for us. And enough of happiness for us. It's important that we stick to that. Time is short. The second thing that we do, as well as leaving of sins, is to constantly remember Allah. Constant remembrance of Allah. Constant recitation of the Quran. Even if we don't feel anything when reciting. Some people think you have to feel high amounts of iman when reciting dhikr and Quran. This is, of course, very good. But if it doesn't happen, does that mean we shouldn't make dhikr? No. It's not easy to immediately have khushu' when reciting the Quran and when remembering Allah. It's not that quick that it can be achieved. And we heard the example of the Imam who spent 20 years struggling. He didn't say, I've done it for 1 year now, and I haven't felt anything good, I'm going to stop. This is a big mistake. Some people, when they start becoming closer to Allah, they feel high bursts of Iman. But then they don't feel it anymore, so they think, I'll stop. No. We continue and battle and battle and battle, and bi'idhnillah, once we have cut off all of the ropes of sin, and we have come closer to Allah, we will be the happiest people in the dunya. No fitna will harm us. No misguidance will harm us. Allah will be with us in every way. No attachment to this dunya. Our attachment will be solely to the akhirah, and doing good deeds, and benefiting ourselves, and benefiting the community. So I hope that this Ramadan, and this is the final point, can be spent in working hard to battle ourselves and our nafs. Properly battle. It's not easy, but it requires battle. We get rid of all of the sins that we are committing, that are preventing us from coming closer to Allah. And we purify these hearts with the remembrance of Allah, as well as removing sins. Remembrance of Allah alone, if we keep sinning, it will wipe out the remembrance of Allah. So we have to do both. Remember Allah a lot and avoid sins. And bi'idhnillah, success from Allah will come in this dunya and the akhirah. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها. اللهم ثبتنا بالقول الثابت في الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ثبتنا بالقول الثابت في الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم انصر إخواننا المستضعفين في كل مكان. اللهم أفرغ عليهم صبرا وثبت أقدامهم وانصرهم على القوم الكافرين. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.